Alright everyone, welcome to another video, Full Speed Impulse, and today we're going to be working back on the Xr100 because we got to put in a new clutch cable because it is no bueno. So from the get-go, when we did this bike here, we rebuilt it from the frame up. We never replaced the clutch, and you can see how the wire's hanging out right there, or right there. You can see how the cable's just totally butched up. So pretty lucky that that hasn't even broken yet. I'm hoping that this actually makes this lever a little bit easier to pull in. It is a little tough, so let's get at it. All right, we actually took our gas tank off and we were able to leave our seat on. So I don't know if you'll get as lucky as we were. I don't know if it's gonna be, it might be even tougher to put back on because you gotta get this strap off before you could actually loop it off. And we just put it here on our stool so we didn't have to disconnect our gas line or anything. So here we go. We have our cable going here. And I'm wondering if we should have had it technically above the fuel tank. I don't know. It doesn't seem to really, I don't know if it's going to make a difference. It just felt like it was a little tight. Turning the handlebars left and right might give it that little extra slack maybe. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it's going to make a difference. But either way, here's our routing. And yeah, let's start undoing this thing. We're going to start by unhooking that right there. And we'll just kind of work our way around. Might have to loosen these nuts up just a little bit. We'll see. As soon as we start unloosening these nuts, we were able to get enough room to actually pop this out of here. Then it slid up right out of there, and then you just wiggle it once you get to the cable, and it comes right out. And then after that, it's just all routing. And we're all the way up here to our lever, and that's a simple job here too, guys. Just back this off here. You might have to unloosen it just a little bit, but what you want to do is you want to get this all mocked up the same. See how there's that gap? And then you just pull that. Just like that. Ooh. And then she's out. But we're gonna get the rest of that pulled out. We'll get our fresh new cable out from TB Parts and get that sucker in. All right, so we have our new clutch cable here, guys. Couple little different things, that these things are actually way bigger than what factory was or whatever the other cable was. Another thing that's nice, this cable is actually a little bit thinner, which should probably makes it a little bit more flexible around the turns. I'm gonna show you how easy this is, doing it with one hand, holding the camera, maybe. Just gotta get her lined up. She'll pop right in there. Get her swiveled over. Ooh. Don't know what's up with that camera today. Getting blurry on me. All right, and then just swivel it, lock it in. All right, we're gonna get that cable routed, then we'll get back and get this thing adjusted to that nickel width clearance that you want on your clutch levers. All right, so we have it mocked in there, guys. And just to let you guys know, like, this is your main adjustment right here. So whatever adjustment you have, you don't want to do all your adjustment up here. You want this almost all the way in. You could leave a little bit of adjustment to go out, just because as you bring this out, it actually makes the cable tighter. So your cable's never gonna necessarily get shorter, or it's not like you're ever gonna have to like loosen this up usually. It'll be more on wearing or cable stretch to where you'll want to adjust this out to make it tighter, if that makes any sense. So mainly what I'm saying is you're never gonna have to make this cable looser, you're gonna have to make it tighter. So having this more in than out is more preferred. So we have to, we have a lot more adjustment. This will suck up as soon as you start getting this here more adjusted. So we'll just start zipping this down here, this nut, and it'll tighten that up. All right, guys, so not looking it up, this is the routing that was on the bike originally, but I don't know if that's factory routing, but you can see, show you guys one more time. We have it hooked in here. It goes up, goes on the left side of the carb, comes through here, switches over to the right side of the frame, wraps around and goes up here and right to that. There's no like hooks or rings or whatever that routes the cable, really. It just seems like it kind of floats around. Don't know if that's right. This time we are going above the gas tank, while the last time it was below. I think this is probably the better route. Seems, as far as good, going left and right. You can see there's still movement here. We already have this adjusted, and here's what I mean. You can see, and it's probably still just a smudge tight, but like, you don't feel like this, it's like slop, pretty much. So before it really starts pulling on anything, you should have about a nickel's width, a nickel being the coin, obviously, but you should have about a nickel's width in there of play, and that is about how you want your clutch. Obviously, you could adjust it, but you don't want it like super tight in here. So like when you pull on it, because that means that you're already pre-engaging your clutch, which is going to cause a bunch of wear, and you might not even get all the power down to the ground because you're going to be slipping the whole time. So that's why you want a little bit of play. You want a little free play in there, and that's good. So we're gonna get this thing all buttoned back up. Can't fire it up because one of our next videos will be these darn Kickstarters. So we're kind of struggling with this guy. This right here is darn near a brand new TB Parts Kickstarter, and she's already clapped out. Look how far back this goes. It originally went to here, but now she's so clapped out, she goes this far back, and instantly the little rubber piece that went around here started to split. Well, that fell off. So now 9 times out of 10 you slip off this while starting it, and then you bang your shin on these guys right here, and that is no bueno. So we haven't even started this thing in a few months because it is pretty miserable trying to get this thing started right now, this Kickstarter. So we need to address this and find a good replacement solution. We're going to see what we have on our bikes to see if anything fits it, or find someone that has a decent Kickstarter, or if not, we are going to modify ourselves and make ourselves a good Kickstarter, because this is frustrating. This is no bueno. So, oh yeah. Thankfully, we kept our original too. All right, guys, but that's it for this video. I hope it helped you guys out. If you guys have a different routing, or if you guys know of a good hookup on a good Kickstarter for these bikes, hit us up in the comments or hit us up on Instagram. Love to hear what you guys have for different options for the Kickstarter. And until next time, we'll see you later.